Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Fenley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we're here with you for a Coming Attractions episode.
Yes, we are.
Cool, right?
Fucking A.
I wish we had two cameras there. So
it's been a while.
3D.
Should be in 3D, exactly. It should be
has
two.
been a while.
Oh, man. Okay, so I went and saw Thor.
Start us off.
I went and saw Thor.
Yeah, let's hear about
in
it.
3D.
3D.
In 3D, which I was like, they didn't film it in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever. It was the best, the one I could do. It was totally dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like in the theater almost alone, and I saw a preview for Avatar.
Yeah.
But it was actually in 3D.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, the movie's going to make $1 trillion. I'm guaranteeing you.
It's going to make so much
audiences
money.
are back. The movie looks fucking killer. Killer. Just the visuals alone. I don't know the story or whatever. I'm telling you, the movie is going to be so worth the money.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
I feel like it's going to do exactly what the first Avatar did.
Exactly.
A visual masterpiece.
And you're going to get the good 3D glasses too. The good, those great. We're like, whoa, they're coming. They're like, you give those back.
Yeah, technological wonder. Garbage story. There's no chance.
James Cameron, come on, it's only the first one.
Yeah,
he's always doing well.
Yeah,
it's only gonna be the next one. I'm telling you, he knows what the problem was. That's what I'm saying. This one's gonna start. There's gonna be tons of action.
Terminator 2, Aliens.
The underwater
Piranha
shit
2.
was like so good. Exactly. Well, he is one of the number twos that is considered one of the number twos that's better than the first in the history of
every
cinema.
Shit he takes is a masterpiece.
Yes. And he was super pissed. He was like, people are going to fucking complain about it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he was totally correct. He was like, shut up.
Yeah.
He's like, if you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom.
I know.
He's like, you'll sit there for 9 hours binge watching a television show on Netflix, but you're going to complain that this movie's 3 hours long.
I know.
And I was like, you're totally correct.
He's right. But
no, they're right, he is.
Also, my thing with the one thing though with the if you need to go pee kind of thing, that's also kind of works against his argument because that means there's stuff in this movie that you probably could have cut out because you could get up and completely miss it.
No. The idea is I have to pee so bad I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah.
But what he actually means is just pee where you're sitting.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Just pee yourself.
Yeah.
You sit in the movie, shit and piss yourself.
Yes, soil yourself.
Keep watching the movie.
And those beautiful seats, they're spraying them down now anyways.
Because they look lacquered.
They're fine.
They're amazing.
They're fine. I do love those seats.
They're wicked.
I'm going to 2 movies this weekend. I'm taking Reese on Friday for his birthday to go see the Minions, Rise of Gru. Yeah. And then we're going to see Thor.
Yo, the drive-in's closed permanently.
Yes,
what the fuck happened?
They sold it.
Obviously, guaranteed it's going to be an apartment building or a bunch of condos or some fucking thing.
They've been looking to sell it to developers forever, and it did get sold to developers.
Waste.
Now there is another drive-in. It's quite a hike from here, though. It's like 40 minutes away. But we went to it. What did we see?
Where?
We saw Multiverse of
Madness.
Is it? It's in Stony Creek, Hamilton.
Oh, that's where I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, nice. So,
do you want to know why I'm going there tomorrow?
I'm going to guess. The Devil's Latex.
That's right.
Nice.
Yep, I'm going to see if I can film some shit.
Nice.
So, anyways, right. So where is this? In Stony Creek. The drive-in's in Stony Creek.
Yes, it's in that general area. And it looks like it's like one of the more old school ones. Like, it reminds me a lot more of the one that was in Twister. Has that teeny tiny little building in the middle. And it's, I think it's 3 screens instead of 4. And the one screen, though, I'm so glad that we weren't at this one screen. It had the fucking... like a little playground in front of the screen. So I mean, it was below it. It's not like it was
like they built it on Chernobyl territory, and they fucking
but they have it there so the kids can play before the movies. But the problem is some parents don't give a shit and they'll just let their kids keep playing on it while the movie's on. So you just have a bunch of screaming little monkeys in front of you while you're afraid.
Get your goddamn no way. Nope, I'd be out of the car, but get your fucking asses in the car, watch the goddamn movie.
I would just
Why the fuck is that even there?
I know, right?
Why are you giving this option? Take this shit out of there.
Like, why is it not off to the side?
Sit your kids in the back of the goddamn vehicle, give them some snacks, and shut up.
And it's only that one screen, right? But yeah, we went and saw Multiverse of Madness and something else there. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it was... It's a nice little drive-in. They actually have the funniest thing, too, that you can use the app and you can order your food to your car. So you're doing that, and then like I ended up doing it just because it's a waste. Don't do it. But it was one of those things.
Well, it's just like everybody that orders McDonald's to their house and they spend like $20 in delivery to eat that shit. Like,
Well, the thing was, I went and I got I got something, and then we decided we wanted something else, and I looked, and the lineup was huge, and I'm like, the movie's gonna start any minute. I'm like, I'm just gonna do the order thing,
Fucking
right?
A.
And the guy comes on a little golf cart with like a little bag, and
That's amazing.
It was pretty cool.
It's like
But
you're at the drive and you're like, I'll take a hot dog and fries, and they just deliver it right to the thing.
the only thing that would have been
'Cause you don't
better,
give a fuck.
yeah, the only thing that would have been better if it was a girl on roller skates.
Yes.
would have been really tough for her to handle that terrain because it's very bumpy dirt road.
Whatever.
But
That's where you get the big
yeah,
tips.
but I'm legitimately sad because that drive-in was a fantastic drive-in.
Take out
And
those
I-
ones.
Yeah,
It was wicked.
Yeah, fun hell. But yeah, it's
Whatever, fun hell, yeah.
Yeah, I know. There was no need to correct you on that.
No,
I
no,
apologize.
it's totally. But yeah, it's outside of
geographically, none of these people
But
give
that's
a
such
shit.
a bummer. Like, damn.
It is. I love that because they used to
But
have
I'll
the
be
Dust
honest
of
with
Dawn.
you, watching movies there was not like
Well, you're not getting.
I said, it was Jurassic Park. Any movies that were in the dark, I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I could barely.
Yeah.
Then the fog came in when I was watching. Oh my god.
Oh, I thought he was gonna take his dick out. Oh my god, he might.
Here we go.
See, again, this is why you have to be. This is why you have to be subscribed on
This is
YouTube so
fucking
you can see what's
bullshit.
about to
Here
happen.
we go. Here we go. There's one. And
No.
there. Oh, that's my get your free card.
Let's also be very clear.
Here's the other one.
This is for a child.
There you go.
This is
There's
also-
the other one.
This is also for a child.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I'll bring my kids to the non-existent drive. Oh, no, you keeping those?
No. There you go.
Oh, you
There
son of a
you go.
bitch.
There, you owe me a fucking movie because Deadpool 2 was fucking fogged out. And there you fucking go. Thanks a lot.
No, I have
those are my free fucking passes.
Great. Now I have to throw it away.
Holy fuck.
Man, had you gone and bought the popcorn that day, they probably would have stayed in business.
Unfucking real. Unfucking real. Only when I started talking about the Deadpool 2 was I remembered my free passes.
Was it not you who was in the theater the one time too when like the thing just
Went
died?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got a free one on
Yeah.
the way out. It was like right at the end of the movie. What
Yeah.
movie was it?
Was it Speed?
I think it might be. Evan was there, I think.
Yes, I wasn't
Yeah.
there for that. I was though. I wasn't present for this, but I was literally the movie after, or like the day after.
right.
Was when Logan came out. My brother-in-law went and saw Logan, and right like with the last moments of the movie, like
died.
spoiler alert, the tree scene. So it was like right around there. It was like about a minute away from
Right.
there, and all the lights came on, and like you couldn't see anything and whatever. And they were just like, "Well, you saw the movie, so it's fine." And they're like, "No, we missed the
No.
entire end of the movie."
Exactly.
It
No
was like,
fucking
no.
way. Unacceptable.
And they were like, and they're like, "Oh, maybe we'll give you." And they're like, "No." And they like basically they're like, "We're not leaving until we are satisfied." They're like, passes, make it rain."
popcorn passes.
I'm like, that's the thing. I was like, they have that shit at the ready.
They
so why
run
are
down
they
the
always-
line, hand you a pass, then you open your mouth and they just dump popcorn
Yeah.
in your mouth.
Like they're always. It's so funny.
I bought for whatever it was like $33 all in.
Yeah.
The huge bag of popcorn.
Oh, you
The
did.
gigantic. This huge. It's like this fucking big Ziploc baggie. Huge.
Now.
And when they gave it to me, I was like, okay, I want butter. And they were like, okay, I can't. For some reason, they were like, I can't put the butter on. So they put it in a container. And the moment I walked outside the theater, I'm like, the sun is hitting this container.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is going right through this container. It is eating. I was like, this butter's not going to last very long. Yeah. It's eating through this container.
Oh my god.
So I had to like open the bag. I wanted it layered.
Yeah.
So then I dumped some popcorn on and then like shook the bag around.
Yeah.
And fucking then like moved it this way and that way and then dumped some more popcorn and fucking shifted it this way and tried to pour it down the side, but it was great. It was an amazing deal.
Purchased at Costco for $8.
Holy
It was-
shit.
It was full to here.
Whoa. Turn around. Let me see this popcorn.
Good ass popcorn.
Holy
Like, try
shit.
some.
Yeah, fucking A.
We're not gonna.
Yeah.
But like you can already smell it. It's got the proper.
Where?
popcorn.
Costco.
Costco. Like it's a little stale probably, but
I like it so.
yeah.
It's better stale. Super good.
It was so good though.
$8.
It was like $8 for that giant ass thing, which is why I
Oh my
always
god. I
get
gotta
so
get my
mad.
aunt to get me that.
Yeah. I'll get it for you sometime.
$8.
I have a Costco membership.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Picking my
that.
teeth for days.
I know. That's the problem with that. And then the problem is it becomes a race against time because eventually it becomes there is such a thing as too stale eventually. So you're sitting there and like basically every day
Yeah, it was the
after
same
dinner
thing.
you're just all sitting there just eating popcorn.
It was the same thing. I brought it to work.
Yeah.
The huge fucking thing. But it lasted a while because I bought it on the Saturday.
Yeah.
By the Thursday it was done.
Yeah.
But it never was bad.
That
I like
is
it
nice.
stale. I don't like eating my popcorn right away because I find the fresh butter on it makes my stomach weird.
I agree with that. Yes.
So I wait days and days and I'm like, now's the time.
Nice.
The butter keeps it alive.
Yeah.
Soaks in. It's like a time cocoon
Uh-huh.
for the kernels.
Yeah. I support all of
true.
this. I'm not like
I'm sad you didn't see Thor.
I haven't.
We could talk about it right now, but we
I know.
can't.
I do apologize.
And I'll tell you right now, from all the reviews and blah blah blah, I was not looking forward to it. Like I said in one of our shows,
Yes, you did.
it was fucking wicked.
That's awesome.
Fucking wicked. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. And I actually, at this point in time, I need to wait for time, obviously. But I think it was better than Ragnarok.
Really?
I really liked it
Nice.
a lot.
That's great. I'm glad. Oh, hey, it's always
Everybody
good
was
to
like,
hear.
"Oh, the movie was made by a 7-year-old, and it's way too goofy." But I'm telling you, it was way more serious than it was goofy.
Yeah.
I cried.
Nice. Nice. Was it when he made his clothes go away?
Yeah.
He was like,
I was like, there I am. How'd they put my body on his body?
right.
I was like, I didn't get paid for that.
They stole.
And that's why it's here. I was like, they didn't pay me for this.
I know. I get it.
I don't know how they do it in wrestling either.
Yeah.
It's like, there's all my upper body
Yeah.
on all these guys.
I know.
And then they turn it black and Hispanic and whatever, taller. They make it taller.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what they're doing here, but these fucking assholes.
So some things to discuss. The Emmy nominations just came out. I believe it was today. I don't want to get into. I'm not going to get into the whole thing because it's the usual kind of suspects. It's who you would suspect.
Susan
and stuff like that.
Lucci.
Yeah, always Susan Lucci.
Oh,
No,
man.
but Squid Game kicked
Still
ass.
on?
No, it's not. Well, I know, but this is from the previous year's
Oh.
things, right? So
I still haven't watched Squid Game.
it's worthy.
Is it good?
It's worthy. I enjoyed it very much.
I got rid of Netflix. I have it till the 15th.
I've also gotten rid of Netflix. So,
Fuck you, Netflix.
but
But they have the Gray Man for the Russo brothers coming.
yeah,
That movie looks wicked.
I know. We'll find a way. Somebody's.
It said it was going to be on the theaters, was I think you should watch it that way anyways.
There you go. But yeah, anyways, it got 14 nominations. It's the first ever foreign language show to be nominated for Best Drama. It's like every category has a Squid Game nomination, so good for them.
Right.
The weirdest thing that I saw for Best Supporting Actress in a Limited Series, only 2 shows were nominated for 7 nominees.
Really?
5 people from White Lotus
Really?
were nominated.
What's White Lotus?
It was it's hard to explain. but it was
I don't
like
say
a
what, but
yeah.
where is White Lotus? Like, what channel is White Lotus on?
I think that was on Amazon.
Prime?
Yeah.
Blech. Okay,
And then,
whatever.
and
Good
then,
for you, Prime.
And then the other 2 were from Dope Sick, which was the miniseries with Michael Keaton about the.
Oh, yes.
which is
Okay,
fantastic.
yep.
I got to
I have
review
not
that.
seen it, yeah.
I got to review
Good.
that. And it was very good.
Michael Keaton's awesome.
He's fantastic.
Fucking A.
But it's also just like it's just a crazy story about the selling of opioids, especially in this like little town, and how like they seduced the doctors into thinking that this was a good thing, and they were promising that this is not habit forming, and it basically just tore a city out from like a town out from underneath itself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just remembered something.
What?
I finally saw Halloween Kills.
Oh.
Oh my God. Like,
Tell me. Now, I shared my feelings about this, about how it was an awful movie.
Oh my God.
Please do.
I love the scene where fucking Tommy is talking to Laurie's daughter, and he's like, okay, I fucked up. He's like, we just killed an innocent man. I want justice to be served. He's like, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is like, okay, we don't really care about him because he's from the mental institute.
Yeah.
But they're like pushing each other over and killing each other to get Michael Myers. That's not this guy.
That's
and there's this
clearly
whole
not even
scene.
kind
Yeah,
of not,
obviously, like nobody. You know what too was like in the fucking ending?
Yeah.
He gets up.
Yeah.
and kills everybody. And I'm like, isn't he right there?
Yeah.
Where is anybody? Why are they not seeing him kill everybody and get away?
I know.
I didn't mind how fucked up he was, though.
I don't mind that.
Buddy. I loved the guy from Mad TV and Big John, Little John. That scene was so good.
That was my absolute favorite.
I loved
bit
that
of the whole
scene.
thing.
And the characters I really liked, and the murders were super cool.
The only thing, my only
Then he's like, and his eyes popped. I was like, oh man,
my only issue with it was like they had nothing to do with the story.
Oh my god, that whole
large.
Tommy, evil dies tonight.
Yeah.
Evil dies tonight.
But yeah.
Evil dies tonight.
But like the way I equate though the Big John Little John thing. So I really like them. I think that they both played off each other really well.
Great.
I think they were both really good. But like in the first Halloween movie, there's just that random couple who hears something on the news and they both get killed. It takes like 2 minutes. That's essentially this scene, except they're like, we really like these two guys. We're going to give them tons of screen time, despite the fact that they interact with almost nobody through the entire show at the very beginning. But then after that, like it's like
they live in Michael's old house.
I know, but it was just.
I think it's cool because it establishes them as characters you feel bad when they die. I understand how dumb the movie was, but I liked some of it. But it was stupid as a shit. Yeah. I was like oh my god.
It was so messagey.
All this shit in the hospital of like, look what we've become. Yeah. Like
it was way too messagey.
Oh
that's
Lord, exactly.
You're a goddamn Halloween movie, and it's like I really hope that they aren't continuing to go down that route for Halloween Ends.
Well, we'll see. Who knows? When I was murdering and he killed them all. Tommy's dead.
I'll still be watching it.
Of course we will.
I'll still be there. Come on.
I'm probably buying a Michael Myers tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Please take pictures and show me.
I'm going to. I'm still going to film some shit.
If they let you film some stuff. If they're kind of like whatever, say like we can come back with like a proper rig.
Yeah, proper thing. Yeah.
Do that. And then the last thing I wanted to say, this was really just to gloat, is that the Tonight Show didn't get nominated for Best Variety Series.
Good.
Basically, and it was
good. He's the worst fucking host ever.
Yeah, but it was so who did get nominated? So it's Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, who's almost guaranteed gonna win.
Probably.
Seth Meyers, who's infinitely better.
Good. Yeah.
Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
I had no problem with him. He's cool. He's funny.
I've actually been really liking it. If you watch his TikToks, he has like these things where he's just talking about like kind of stuff outside of the show, though. It's kind of like him waiting for like the next take. And he has some of the most insightful takes on things.
I don't find any one of them to be ridiculously hilarious like the late night 12:35 Conan, but they're not fucking Jimmy Fallon.
They're not fucking
and they have something to say.
Yep.
And they have a brain in their head.
Yeah, and then
that I like.
Yeah, and then it was Kimmel and Colbert were the last.
And they're funny. Kimmel should be never ever in there.
No, I never cared about Kimmel.
Oh, he's such a lame one. And who was the other one?
Colbert.
Oh my God, Colbert should win.
Yeah.
Colbert's the man.
Colbert, yeah, he won't though because well, I won't say he won't because obviously there's no guarantees, but Last Week Tonight has been cleaning those up in recent years, so I imagine that they're gonna pick it up.
Wait, what about Disney Plus? Man, they got tons of shit. What else? What's on there? Did you see Chip and Dale?
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's so
Why
good.
is nobody talking about Chip and Dale?
I have no idea.
It's absolutely, it's totally for us.
It was
anybody that's in our age group that you grew up with Disney, you have to watch Chip and Dale. It's super hilarious.
It is a nostalgia machine.
Yes, and it was like big fat Peter Pan. I didn't see the whole thing.
No,
I only saw about 45 minutes. I just remembered it right now while we're talking.
Finish it up, man. It's
oh my god, oh my god.
I was my only disappointment, and it's not a disappointment in the movie. It was just I was a misunderstanding on my part. I was under the assumption that the original cast of Rescue Rangers, with the exception of Chip and Dale, were there, but it was it was the original girl. But Eric Bana was the voice of Monterey Jack.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, oh, that's cool. Oh, but I thought it was the original one.
I know,
don't even
it
know
would be way better if it
I don't
was.
even know who
Maybe
the
he
original
died
guy-
or something,
He
or
might
whatever.
have. Like I
Or
literally
they
don't know who
couldn't
it is.
get him, they couldn't
Yeah.
whatever, so they had Eric Bana.
It was a short-lived morning because I
Well,
didn't
but also
care.
Chip and
Like, it
Dale
was
were
fun.
not the real
No, and they weren't.
voices.
But I also like that they explained that too because
Oh my
it's
God.
them going into character.
And like partway through the movie, I was like, they don't talk in their Chip and Dale voices, and then they start arguing with each other, and it goes into their
that was genius. And then
it's like that's the real voices,
and then-
because they put it on,
yeah.
like
And then I'm forgetting his name now, but he was like Pedro Serrano in Major League. He was the voice of
oh my
Zipper.
God, is he really?
He's like
Fuck
the
you,
little
Joe Boo.
the little fly.
Yeah.
It's him
No
acting.
way.
And then he stops and he's like, Chip Dale, it's so good to see you. And you find out that Zipper and Gadget married each other. And it's so
It was
fun.
super
It's
good.
so fun.
Disney Plus is worth every penny. Not to mention they have the Predator
Yeah.
coming. Did you see that preview?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
That movie looked fucking
It looks
wicked,
really
man.
Cool. It's all like prehistoric.
I didn't,
whatever.
dude. Seriously, I had no fucking clue
Yeah.
during the preview, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom, the thing hits her head or whoever's head, and I was like, holy shit!
Got me too.
I was like, it's the fucking Predator, man.
It's like, how many times can I see the word predator and not instantly go to that? But it
Yeah.
happens every time. But then other stuff, Only Murders in the Building, got tons of
I'm gonna
nominations.
watch. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
It's fun. It's dry.
I love two of them. Of course, I have to
It's
watch
dry,
it.
but it's fun. Selena Gomez gets the honor of being only the second female Latina producer to be nominated for Best Series.
So she produced
she's
Only
a producer
Murders in the Building.
She's a producer on the show.
Right. Cool.
So, and then Steve Martin and Martin Short are nominated for Best Actor.
Sweet.
So it's fun.
So
It's a
they
lot
are
of fun.
amazing. I'm good. This is one of the things. Like I wait on things.
Yeah.
Because I got things going on already.
Yeah.
And I wait something. I'm like, okay, Only Murders in the Building. This is what I'm waiting on. I will watch it.
Yeah. See, my thing usually is like if I'm afraid of spoilers, then I'll get through it because I
Right.
don't want to have things spoiled for me. Like for Obi-Wan, things like that. I was doing that.
Oh, I still haven't seen the last episode.
Oh God.
I'm like 10 minutes in.
Shit. Get on that shit.
I'll watch it when I get home tonight.
That and Chip and
I
Dale
watch it.
and try to mix up the details as much as possible. I can't
Then
believe
when-
Roger Rabbit was in Obi-Wan.
Oh man, when fucking Vader took his helmet off and it was Chip.
Yeah.
Oh,
This big red nose. Oh wait, no, that's Dale.
yo, it's super cool. I've been seeing interviews of Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
And he's talking about being in the suit because it's really him the whole
It
time
is.
in the Darth Vader
Yes.
suit,
Yes, it is.
which is super cool.
Yeah. I'm loving. See, this is a thing too. This is another kind of generational Star Wars thing that people need to understand because everybody's like, you've got the new generation talking about the sequels being trash and all these different things, and I was like, and then you think about the other generation calling the other ones trash. It's Star Wars always belongs to the kids.
Of course.
It always belongs to the kids. Now, obviously, people continue on with it and whatever, but it's like the people who love the prequels, were kids when they saw it.
It's true. I've literally spoken to people recently, and I said that, and they were kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, these movies were garbage, and they were like, those were my favorite ones.
Yep. And that's
seriously,
true.
the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones,
Yep.
and no, what the fuck is that one name? Whatever. That one.
Revenge of the
Sith. It was their favorite ones. And like I said, we rewatched them.
Yeah.
They're not nearly as bad as I
And I still
made
put,
them out to
and
be.
I still put Revenge of the Sith above many of the others.
Yeah, I like I said, like sometimes you got to rewatch. I get upset, I get
Yeah.
emotional, I get in my head.
Yeah.
I watch a thing, I'm like, come on, But
Yep.
then, like I said, they have lots of action.
Yeah,
Lots of action.
The third one especially is just like you were saying when we did the commentary for it. It was the first 20 minutes is just a big.
I was like,
friggin'
holy
space
shit!
battle.
Like, it was just like action all over the
Yeah.
place.
So that's definitely. Yeah, it was just interesting because I was thinking about that, and then I'm seeing how much love Hayden Christensen's getting, and it's just
Good. I think he got the bum's rush.
Yeah, I see.
During that whole thing,
I think only Ewan McGregor came out. Ewan McGregor and Ian McDiarmid came out kind of scot
And Sam
free.
Jackson.
But Sam Jackson. Was
Yeah,
just
do whatever, exactly.
He just played
Yeah.
himself in that movie.
Amaze motherfucking windu
Yeah, right?
shit.
And he.
We'll just cut the swearing out. Yeah, that's fine.
And
Fine.
or add more, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever seems better. But and I guarantee you there was a conversation where they wanted to see if the Emperor could use the N-word. So can we use the N-word? And they're all like, well, would the N-word be a thing in the Outer Rims?
Exactly, yeah.
But
do they even care about this term? Right, yeah.
Of course they don't. But yeah, like some people got out of it scot-free, but then people like Hayden Christensen, people like Jake Lloyd, obviously, took a lot of shit. And yes, Hayden Christensen gave kind of a robotic performance, but I think that there was choice involved there.
I agree.
And then
I agree.
And Jake Lloyd was a child.
Yes.
And you're putting all the pressure of this is Darth Vader. Everything.
I like that they let him because this is like now, in Obi-Wan. It's like we will now allow you to revel in being Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to act as a guy that's gonna turn into this guy.
Yeah.
So that's like I feel like what they asked of him as an actor was insurmountable. I think it was like there's nobody would. It doesn't matter what he did, nobody would be happy with it.
And I think a lot of it too, and a lot of like his choices with his voice and stuff, and like I think a lot of this came from George Lucas too. Was what James Earl Jones sounds like?
Right.
That's just your voice coming through.
I think that after we watched them all, I think the scene where he's burning,
and
his legs melt off, and he's screaming at him. I was like, man, he did real. That was a good scene.
That I Hate You was like, that was his moment.
That's what I'm saying. Like when he's screaming at him and he's like legs melt. Oh man, fuck yeah,
for sure. But yeah, it's just crazy to me. But I'm loving the amount of love that they said. And I think Ewan McGregor said it in one of the interviews. He's like, now you see, he's like, the movies were divisive when they came out, and he was like, and you kind of bummed out because we were really proud of them and all of that. He's like, now we're seeing this whole new thing, and now we're seeing that those kids who grew up loving those movies are now the ones with voices. And because we didn't hear those voices when the movies were coming out, and he's like it's completely changed my relationship with Star Wars. And of course it will. And I was like, and
it's funny for people to talk like that.
Yeah.
Like it's changed my relationship with Star Wars.
No, well, I'm talking like
you're in therapy and you're like, you know what, then once this one came out, like I feel okay,
but I understand. No, but this is Ewan McGregor talking, right?
Right.
And and I understand that. It's like you make this thing, you're so excited to do it, and you have so much fun doing it, and you're so proud of it, and then it comes out, and everybody's like, "This was garbage."
Sure,
and
dude.
You're like, well, what the fuck?
Who cares? Your art will always be.
Yeah.
Now, especially in this day and age with all the internet trolls and no accountability, that fucking scene, man, where the girl was like, Vader's looking for you.
Yeah.
And then he comes to the realization that fucking Hayden Christensen's alive. Anakin Skywalker is alive.
Yes.
And is this guy Darth Vader that people are talking about. And he's not an idiot. So you know that he was obviously like, is this him? Like, it can't be. Come on, right?
Yeah.
And then that scene where she says it to him was like amazing.
It's the full realization. Actually,
I think that scene, like I'm sure I said it before, that scene is as good as any scene that has been in the movies.
Yeah. And the other thing too is, I guess it mirrors, it does mirror very well. There's a scene in the animated stuff where Ahsoka has that realization because she was, of course, his apprentice.
Padawan.
And so they're so she has that exact moment, and literally both of them are just
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah,
who looks surprisingly exactly like her.
She looks fantastic. She looks so good. I can't wait till that show comes out. Actually, you know what I'm looking forward to a lot too? Andor.
I haven't seen anything. No, I know you told me before.
It's coming out
I'll watch it.
It's coming out next month. It's Cassian Andor from Rogue One. So it's about him prior to the events of Rogue One, because obviously the end of Rogue One was the planet he was on being destroyed.
Yes.
Or at least the area on the planet he was on being destroyed. So it's like him, but it's like going to be like a dark spy thriller kind of thing, because that's what he would like. He talks about not being proud of the shit he did, and stuff like that. So this is that time. So I'm excited for what this could be, right?
Super cool.
I wanted to talk about one thing though, because I noticed that this is coming up a lot now, especially when you have like spin-offs to things and prequels and all these kind of different things. The term plot holes, I think people are forgetting what it really means.
Okay.
Every time, like Obi-Wan every time I read anything about Obi-Wan on Twitter or something like that, and I'm being a good boy, I'm avoiding it.
Hey, what the fuck?
I'm being a good boy. But no, I'm reading it. I'm not engaging.
Okay, good. Okay,
that's what I mean.
That's what it was.
It's,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so I'm reading it, and I'm seeing this thing left so many huge plot holes, blah blah blah. And then like they ask the questions, and they're like, well, if this is true, then why didn't this happen in the first movie? And then it's like, just because you have a question doesn't mean it's a plot hole. It just means you don't get it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, and
who gives a shit if there was a plot hole? For
and here's
sakes,
the thing,
like,
because I was talking to somebody at work about this, and he was talking about the plot holes and all this, and he was specifically talking about The Last Jedi and the thing with Leia, where she's out in space and then she waits and then she's like, since when can Jedi fly? I'm like, she's not flying, she's pulling herself to this ship using the Force. It's like it's like she would pull something to her, she's pulling herself to something. I believe
you could do lots of things with the Force.
Exactly.
Like, my God, like, what the fuck, like?
They've laid it out that the Force is limitless, essentially.
Yeah.
The only problem is people are limiting the Force to what they've seen in movies.
That's right.
So if you because people thought it was laughable when they're running fast.
No. With Luke and his Force ghost being there. Which I totally could believe. Like, come on, he's fucking, come on.
And
like,
it's existed in other stories and stuff like that.
Well, even if it didn't, I could still believe that they, as Jedis, could do, especially a Jedi as old and as practiced as him, could open his mind to to doing things that you'd be like, whoa. Yeah.
I'm listening to the audiobook right now of the Star Wars High Republic stuff, which takes place about 500 years ago, or 500 years before the first Star Wars movie. So Yoda's alive.
Nice.
But like,
I'd like more Yoda stories.
Yeah. But like,
fill in his lore. Give me lots of Yoda.
Yeah. And so like, but it's cool because like literally they're talking about this, and they're talking about people experimenting with the Force. And there's one guy where they talk about how he'll never use the Force the same way twice. Like he might know like a technique he can do to get the solution that he wants, but he's like, I'm gonna do something else. I want to like explore the Force more and more and more, and it's all these different people, and it talks about how they all experience it different ways. Like there's one woman who's like a really powerful Jedi, and she hears the Force as like a song, so that when she connects, like her big thing is kind of like battle meditation, if anybody's like aware of like old
whatever.
Yeah. But she like she can connect all of the Jedi in the Force by hearing all of their individual parts of the song and stuff like that.
Each one of them is a part of the song.
Yeah. And so it's really cool, and it's like, and all of them are doing like these different things, and the way they teach, like the one guy, it's the one Jedi Master and his Padawan, and he's trying to like teach him how to like stop himself from like a falling from a high height. So he literally like Force pushes him off a cliff, and he's like, you can do it. Like,
what about I don't know, because I have to. I'm not done Boba Fett.
Yeah.
What about, why have we never, through all this thing?
Yeah.
So now I'm guessing, okay, so I'm thinking that like the race of whatever Yoda is lives for a very long time. In the next section of movies, they could have Grogu,
yes.
whatever the fuck his name was, that little cutie. Come on, what the fuck? Like, that guy's amazing. Like, we got to see this guy.
Yeah, I would love to see that guy.
Well, you know, they're doing what you said. You know, was funny before with the the plot holes.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the series and the things that are coming on Disney Plus now are filling in holes from the past. Like Rogue One filled in, why is the Death Star so easy to explode? Yeah. It wasn't really, because the information was given, and he made it so that
Rogue One created that.
Right. And then Obi-Wan is filling in this gap of like what happened.
Yep.
I agree. Almost to make, because when they fight in the movies, it's such a fucking lame ass like. You know what I'm saying? And it fills in that. Yeah.
And most of the complaints about like these plot holes were mostly just lack of patience.
Well,
like
of course.
Episodes, like when that whole Anakin is alive, they're like, well, if she knows Anakin, that it's Anakin, why doesn't everybody know that it's Anakin? Blah 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 blah. Well, guess what? They answer the fucking question in the show.
Exactly. If you will
That's why like they need movies, because they need all the answers before they stop watching. Like that's why maybe Disney Plus should allow you to binge or something.
Well, no. The thing too is that I think a lot of people put way too much into it.
Of course
it's
they
a
do.
fucking movie.
Of course they do.
Well, just enjoy.
So going back to the whole Leia thing. So yeah, she's pulling herself with the Force and doing all that. Now and then he's like,
when
yeah,
did she pull herself with the Force?
Remember when Kylo Ren's going to blow up the ship and he sees her and senses her, and then he doesn't do it, and then the other two ships come and blow in, and she gets sucked out into the vacuum of space.
Okay, yes.
So she's out there. She opens her eyes. She pulls herself in. Everyone's like, bullshit. She can't fly. So we've now established that she's using the Force to pull herself in. Well, she's out in the middle of space. She can't breathe. Okay, let's go back to The Empire Strikes Back when they're on an asteroid, and they're just walking around. And they're like, yeah, but they're wearing masks there. I'm like, that doesn't matter. In the vacuum of space, the oxygen will be sucked through your skin and you will die. You'll just explode.
Exactly.
Well, not explode per se, but you know what I mean.
Maybe you just shrivel up into something and then flip.
Yeah, you'll just
your husk will.
Yeah, you'll turn into an inside-out asshole. And and I'm like, so it wasn't a problem then. And then and then it was like, so I was like, yeah, so that doesn't matter. And it's like, yeah, but she was out there for a long time. She would have suffocated.
So was Star-Lord.
No, and then I said no, because like they've established that the Jedi can hold their breath for a super long time. Remember when the episode 1, they gas that room and they both hold their breath, and then the droids are waiting outside. And he's like, they have to be dead by now. They open up, they're still alive because they held their breath for a long time.
I feel like you could use the Force to repel whatever is happening to you. You know what I mean? Whatever forces are coming down in your body, you could zen out and use the Force to like, invisible bubble to be, bring myself to the ship,
And that's what I like. The more different Star Wars things you experience, even like old radio plays, old like comics, all these different things, the more you see that there's a limitless thing there. But again, it's so people are so short-minded. They're like, well, this didn't happen in friggin' the original trilogy, so it's not something a Jedi can do, despite the fact we've only met one actual Jedi.
And there's never been Jedi. You know what they need to do as canon? Bring out a list of rules. Disney, bring in a list of rules that what they can and cannot do. And even just make it ridiculous to the point of it's like, okay, but I believe you have to be good. You have to be in tuned with the Force truly. You know what I mean? Like if you're so good, you can do these things. Basic level.
The Force isn't going to listen to you.
You're starting to get pretty good. You can do these things. Then when you're like Luke level,
then you can make a grilled cheese sandwich without burning
You're fucking right.
But yeah.
And not even with that Velveeta cheese shit. You know when you chop real cheese and put it in a grilled cheese, it's not really the same. It turns into like a cold cheese sandwich. But you can make it the way it should be.
It's almost like you microwaved it and grilled it at the same time.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm glad we ended that on a proper note.
This makes you real fucking cheese.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Did you by chance see the trailer for the new movie Fall coming out?
No.
It's another, like, it's an open water style kind of like thriller kind of movie, except it takes place, it's these two people who climb up a 2,000-foot like radio tower thing, and then the ladder falls off of it, and they're like at the tip.
Oh my god, it was like that movie starring the one twin, Sean whatever. He played Iceman. Ashmore. But the fucking ski lift stops. They're stuck there for the night in a freezing storm.
That's tough. But yeah, it's an interesting one because it starts out like the trailer starts out with they're doing like a mountain climb, and then a guy falls to his death. And she's like traumatized by that and gets convinced to do this crazy weird climb, and then they get stuck up there, and then it's like all just them surviving up there. It's like their bag fell, so now they have to try and get down to get their bag, which is where all their food and water is and stuff like that. And it's like just that there's a lot of like the shots where
it's like a big
it's like playing on a simple fear.
When I saw The Black Phone, they had a lot of horror movie previews, and one was super good. It was called Beast.
Nice.
And it stars Idris Elba and Sharto Copley. And Idris Elba brings his family to Africa to go on like a safari. And this fucking lion is like nuts to shit. And it's hunting them the whole movie. It looks totally wicked.
Nice. What was that one with Val Kilmer and the lion? Michael Douglas, Val Kilmer.
Oh my god.
Darkness.
Ghost of the Darkness. Yep. Good job. Good job. Ghost. Wait, yeah? Ghosts in the Darkness?
Let's look it up.
Ghosts in the dark. Something in the darkness. You might be, I think you're right.
I think so too, but
Something ghosts in the dark. Yeah. Was Val Kilmer in that too?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Is that what you said? Yeah. They're hunting
The
that
ghost
lion.
and the
The
darkness.
ghost and the darkness.
There you
Yeah,
go.
close enough.
I'm gonna give
Close
myself
enough.
a partial credit.
Yeah, I will give you. I will give you 90%.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. So, anyways, but it was interesting because it was just cool to see, like, it wasn't a paranormal thing, it wasn't a monster thing, it was just playing on your fears. That was like what Open Water did, right? It's just you're like, what the hell? What
Nope
just touched
looks
my
good.
foot? Nope looks fantastic.
Yes, it does totally. I was like
can't wait to
totally
see
like
that.
like I said with Thor: Love and Thunder. I was like, man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But dude, it was killer. And this Nope looks really good too. They showed too much in the preview now. Way too much.
Yeah, something that was really interesting. They were talking about the box office because like Thor was obviously a huge opening. It was like one of the top openings of the year. It's I think the 5th highest ever for the MCU movies, but it's like still or no, it was.
It did big.
It was really big. It was actually I don't even think it was that high up the list for MCU movies, but it's still big money.
Yeah.
But they were talking about the overall box office, which was more interesting because they were like, this is these last few months have shown like a huge boost in moviegoers.
Good.
Without the crutch of the superhero movie.
Right,
Like,
so people
yes,
are going to
this
see
movie-
movies.
They're going to see. They went and
Well,
saw
look at Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun was kind of like
holy
the
shit,
leader. That was
like-
kind of the leader in there.
Tom
but then-
Cruise is the. I told you, man. We know. I love Tom
Yeah.
Cruise. Come on,
But
right?
then, like, and
One
they
of the
talked
biggest
about-
movies of the year.
Yeah, and then they talked about Minions and like
Tom
other things like
Cruise.
that. Oh, did you hear about what Mickey Rourke said about him?
About Tom Cruise?
Yeah, they're like he was just talking about him being overrated, and he's like he's played the same role like
He
constantly.
sure has, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and he's bigger than you'll ever be.
Ever.
It's like, he was-
Watching, dude, I tell you right now, go to Netflix, wherever it is, watch Mission Impossible Fallout.
Take two.
That's what I said. Mission Impossible Fallout.
That's
Amazing movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Amazing. Seeing that he's doing his own stunts.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with Maverick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not driving. They wouldn't let him drive the plane.
No. I imagine there's spots where he's like holding the stick, but there's another.
But it's
dude,
good. See, the box office is coming back.
Yeah, and it's coming back in a way because people were always so afraid. They're like, oh, without these other movies, like nobody's going to the movies.
tentpole.
But he's like, but it's like those movies are always going to exist now. But it's like it's showing that people are still going to see the other movies.
Dude, like I said, still loved Thor.
Yeah.
So far, best movie of the year.
Nice.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
The best movie I have seen
Nice.
in years. Best movie of the year. And I tell you right now, that's going to win Best Picture.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right. We heard it here.
Yep.
Maybe not first because I haven't really seen what everybody's had to say about it. But we're gonna say you heard it here first.
It better be up. There's 10 fucking movies now.
Right.
It better be in there.
It better be in there. Captain America stuff. Not really news, but I guess there was.
I don't like the director who's directing the new one. They came out and said who's directing Captain America 4. I don't like it.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I can't remember his
anything
name.
about that.
I don't like it.
Oh, I don't know. But what was interesting to me is because there was just a random interview with Chris Evans, and he basically just talked about like they overblew it as like he says he misses doing Captain America, and now I think they're like in talks to bring him back. No, what he said was it was such a huge part of his life that you can't not miss it.
Right.
Like that's just realistic.
Exactly.
So everybody's like, all right, cool, get rid of Sam and bring him back, and then he's like, no, and
Get
so
rid of Sam. Fuck that.
so he had to tweet because everybody was basically like, yeah, do it. And so he had to tweet. He's like, Sam is Captain America. And then you saw so many fucking weird toxic people going, no, he's not my Captain America. That's not accurate. That's not whatever. And then like you had to see people like respond with the fucking comic.
Yes, it
where
is.
literally,
Like, yeah.
literally it was a frame from the comic where it's Steve Rogers not in his Captain America costume pointing at Sam going, that's Captain America. I just go by Steve now. Like
Right.
and it's like it's literally
Yeah, he's Captain America now. Don't
Yeah.
look at me.
and I'm like, why? Like they just people will not accept these changes, and so it's interesting because it's like we've seen
What's funny?
resistance to like some of these like things,
Right.
Like and I guess there's rumor that, because you know how in the comics, a young girl takes over, like doesn't take over as Iron Man, but kind of like takes up the same
What's her
mantle.
name? Yeah. Kate Bush?
No. There was somebody else.
Kate Bush is Hawkeye.
Yeah. No,
I know her name.
Black girl.
I know her name.
She's,
Yeah.
But she apparently.
Somebody should.
Yeah, apparently there's enough evidence that she appears in Black Panther 2.
I loved Black Panther. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So like same director. I think it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good, and like people are already, because they're like
I think they should have just recast Black Panther, honestly.
And the movie's reshot, and or the movie's been shot already and stuff like that, and now people are like doing the recast. Well, no, this movie's been shot.
It's already done.
So they've already declared him dead. So I mean, that time has come and gone. Now, should he have been recast? Maybe. That's fine. But there's also, like, we're not in a, like, not precedented thing, because literally in the comics, he dies and is replaced by his sister. So, like, they just decided to go that
went ahead.
They just went ahead and
Is that the way it goes in the comics?
It does happen in the comics.
Oh.
Although, if you look at the comics, everything happens, right? I'm sure at one point he dies, and then then a garden gnome becomes Black Panther. Like, so
that's true. True.
What if the Smurfs were Black Panther?
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Literally all the Smurfs
you can't say anything. What are you supposed to say about race or whatever?
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. And they're just like they're
blue.
Yeah.
Not black.
Yeah. Blue Panther, Blue Lives Matter. Blah.
I'm blue. That will be their cry song.
It should be.
Buddy will be there.
Yeah.
How to help you with your golf swing? What's his name from the
Dorf?
Mr. Meesey. I'm Mr. Meesey.
Oh, okay.
They'll be there too. Anybody blue. Anybody blue.
You said golf, and all I could think of was Dorf. I don't know. Just because I thought short and I thought golf and Dorf. But yeah, so it's like I'm fine. I'm on board with the like again. It was that thing, and somebody made the point today, and it's silly that you have to defend a movie on Twitter or something like that. But the person is like, whatever you think should have happened with the movie, what's done is done, and a huge crew of people and people who were involved in the first movie and all that, and like people with Marvel had to make a lot of really tough decisions in a short period of time.
Of course they did, yeah.
And they've made the decisions they made, and that's all there is to it.
Yep.
We live with it, and then again, like
and
every other movie,
I always say with anything too is like, a band had like a bunch of good CDs and then they sucked.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, this CD ruined everything. It's like, no, it didn't. You can still go back and watch those movies or those things that were it. And why would you want it to be the same fucking thing?
I know.
Why read the comic and then make the comic the same thing? You know what I mean? It's like, why?
I know.
You want it to be different.
Yeah.
Like at least.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and
make it interesting.
And you're trying to please a lot of different fans.
And the thing too is that in Europe.
Yeah.
They're way like you can't watch a fucking show from Europe where the same character lives in the next goddamn season. They die.
No, of course.
People die. That's what makes it, so the gravitas.
They kill Sherlock in every episode.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like all these shows, but in North America, we want to see the same characters forever.
I know.
We don't want them to die. We don't want anything to change. Reality means nothing.
No. And that's like I'm at that point now where life is too short. You can tell me literally anything, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Agreed. Let's do it. Fucking A. Yeah. We'll try anything once.
For sure. Lots of cool.
Maybe 3 times.
There you go. Lots of cool other Marvel rumors and things like that. So that show Echo is coming out. The girl from who was the bad guy for a portion of Hawkeye.
Okay, cool.
She's got her show coming out, and the rumor is that Daredevil will be playing a big part of that,
as
well as Kingpin.
Sweet.
And rumor
he's not dead.
Yeah, and rumor is that Kristen Ritter is returning as Jessica Jones
Oh my God.
in She-Hulk.
No.
And
the first season of Jessica Jones is one of the best Marvel things ever.
I agree. Purple Man is probably
amazing.
My favorite villain.
Amazing.
Of all of the villains. He was so good.
Agreed. Like,
it was
dear
so
God.
good.
Like,
and it's just, yeah, so I'm excited to see those things back. Like I knew it was kind of inevitable, but I think that they're also being picky choosy about what they bring back when. I think those
I
will
think
come
that
back.
they should do a big screen Defenders.
I do too. I think that they're really
Well, you know they're
hesitant
going
on
that way.
I think they're really hesitant on Iron Fist right now because it was
Well,
so
because it was
poorly
garbage,
received.
right? But you know, because he was in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Murdoch was in Spider-Man.
They know he's a part of the thing, and they've confirmed they're going to do a Daredevil series.
Right.
And again, now people are already, well, Disney's gonna ruin it. I'm like, what?
No, they're not.
They say that about everything.
Of course they do.
Everything, and it's like they forget too that they're like Disney's gonna ruin it. And I'm like, well, last I checked, Disney made almost every MCU movie. It was
right.
like everything after Iron Man 2.
Yes. Disney has
fuck.
taken recently, and I mean recently within the past 15 to 10 years, they have taken Nintendo's approach. Nintendo is now doing adult content. They are putting out whatever fucking game. You it's to your discretion, whatever.
Well,
and like look at like I said, look at the movies that are on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They got lots of rated R shit.
Of course.
And they said that Deadpool 3 is going to be rated R.
Yeah,
they said don't fucking worry about it. And it's the truth. It's like, yes, you're the House of the Mouse. Oh, apparently they're going to lose the rights to Mickey Mouse or something.
Yeah, there's that. Well, I think he goes public domain after a certain, like I think like after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, or something,
like,
right?
It goes public domain, and then there's like companies. I know like all the like the Florida government people are like, oh, your company's going down as soon as you lose the rights to Mouse. You know that they're not making a ton. They're not making a ton of money off of Mickey Mouse.
They don't make any jack shit off of Mickey Mouse. He was just like the company figurehead. He's just like, you know,
it's like
Wendy's. He's just Wendy's.
Yeah, I guess we'll just release another Guardians of the Galaxy and recoup that money.
Apparently, it's supposed to be amazing. The script is supposed to be fucking killer.
I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about the holiday special.
Oh yeah,
I'm really excited about that.
I am too. That's super cool. They weren't proper in Thor.
No,
everything that was in the. I feel like when I was watching the movie, I was like, they should have had James Gunn on the set to.
Yeah.
Whatever, because they're I don't feel like anything they even said was like them. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I hear that. Because I know like the Avengers had a little bit more of that, where those people were all kind of present. And
oh no, it definitely was.
Right?
Anytime when James Gunn was on set, the script was changed because he was like, "This is not what they do. This is what they do."
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
But they're in such a minuscule part of the movie that, you know.
Yeah, it felt like that was going to be the case. Like, they kept advertising to the point where, like, I feel like they're going to be cameos.
Oh, no. They were in the very beginning for, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't even know why we would bother bringing it up. I would rather it have been a surprise that they were there in the first place, despite the fact that we saw them all leave together. But, like...
I'm watching fucking Stranger Things on Netflix before it's gone for me.
Yeah.
On July 15th.
Yeah.
And in the thing, like when you go like flick to Stranger Things, you stop. You don't press play right away. It goes through this whole thing, and there's Hopper, like alive, shaved head. You've never seen him like this ever, and it's like obviously he's alive.
Nice.
And it was like, we have not started this yet.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that?
I hate it. I hate stuff like that.
Yeah, but obviously you knew he was alive.
No, but it was
like, what the fuck?
Like, you don't like, but things that you still don't know.
And it's like, why would you put that there?
Right? Like,
why would you put that there?
I know, they're dumb. They're dumb.
It was like fucking bullshit.
I have a feeling more often than not, it's probably some kind of like AI, like algorithm.
I think so too. I agree. Yes.
Show, like,
and I'm like, well, why wouldn't you watch it to make sure what the hell?
Human QC, folks.
Yeah, like.
But yeah, it is what it is. But I want to talk about the movie we're doing next week because I thought for sure we weren't going to go an hour this time, but here we are.
Okay, let's go. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So the movie we're doing next week, it's a newer movie, not a new movie, but a newer movie, a pandemic era movie, anyways. Starring a man who just recently had a heart attack. He's a badass.
Me?
Yes. It's you.
Oh, sweet. Phobe 2.
Let's talk about Mr. Bob Odenkirk and Nobody We're going to be checking that one out next week. So
Good
make sure
movie.
you come and watch it here or listen to. Well, not watch it here. We're not bootlegging the movie, but
Yes,
you
we
can
are.
listen to us.
Come here and watch it.
Talk about the movie, watch the movie, and listen to us simultaneously. I still love. There are people who have messaged us on YouTube and things like that who like they watch the movie along with our commentary, and I love that so much.
Oh my God.
And we wanted to talk about this too.
That's right.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about a man named Chris Ritzy, who emailed in today, answering to a contest that we had quite some time ago that has.
We
come
just
and
watched
gone.
the episode at that time,
and that's,
right?
And that's fair. Yeah, I'm not saying like that they're.
It's like you're watching TV and like, this contest, get the coupon.
Yeah.
The coupons are outdated now.
Yeah, it is. So it was too late for the contest, but Todd heard this story, so I want to read what was written. Let's do
Read
that.
what was writ.
Yeah. So, my name is Chris Ritzy, and I just listened to your commentary on Back to the Future, and I love ketchup-flavored potato chips. That was the thing. We put in there. I might put the clip.
You
in.
had
That
to
might be too
read
lazy.
that?
I thought it was.
Wow, like you.
I thought it was longer, but it was because we had multiple back and forth.
Okay, right.
Right. So, but yeah, you get the idea. But anyways, Chris lives in Maryland and
I've been there, Baltimore,
and answered the call. Be more. They got good police there. They got the wire. Right. That's true.
There's really shitty cops, but the wire was good though.
Yeah. No, McNulty had it together. But
we're sending you ketchup chips. I am going to send you ketchup chips.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to send you a miscast commentary t-shirt.
I remember when we were talking about this before, and you said we're not going to tell them about the T-shirt though.
Fucking A, we are.
Because we
It's
have
on.
to order that.
I don't give a fuck.
No, it'll take a little
Whatever,
bit
you
longer
get the
to
chips and then you get the shirt.
Yeah, you'll get the chips, then you get the shirt.
Right?
But yeah, Chris.
I'm going to get you multiple brands.
There you go. Yeah, so you can pick your favorite. You can email us and let us know. Email us again to Joe at miscastcommentary.com, and you leave your address and stuff like that, and we'll get that sorted out for you. Todd heard your story, and I was like, and I told him the contest was too late. He's like, no, I'm sending him chips.
Fucking A, man.
There you go. So that
Ketchup's my favorite.
Ketchup.
Fuck every other flavor.
Fantastic chip, but it's an overpowering flavor. We used to have our order of chips.
That's right.
And it was,
that is right.
Yeah, it was. If I'm not mistaken, it was sour cream and onion, salt and vinegar, regular, barbecue, ketchup.
The regular was to clean the palate to get to. That's right. Yes. Yep.
That was it. So sour cream and onion is kind of like
this is one night, by the way. This is one night. This is not like. This is,
I didn't want to say that aloud, but yeah, you're right. Like we would be watching movies all night. Like this is not news for us. And we would just be watching movies, and yeah, you would just be like one bag. Like we'd start at like 6 o'clock, and we'd be done at like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, something like that.
They were like big bag. They're not the same size.
No.
You know, they were the big bag, but they're not like.
Yeah.
You know, now you got the family size. It was way okay. So you say the family size?
Yeah.
I'd say these bags were like 3 bags would be a family size.
Yeah.
The air and all the shit, maybe
yeah.
2.5.
Like we're talking like 3 solid handfuls each.
Yeah,
Maybe
whatever.
More, right? Yeah, it wasn't a ton, but yeah, we would go through that.
Right?
But you get that creaminess of the sour cream and onion. Then you get that that tartness of the salt and vinegar.
That's right.
Then, like you said, the palate cleanser of the regular.
Yep.
Then a little bit of spice with the barbecue. If you get the good ones, because I don't like those sweet barbecue ones. They can go fuck themselves. But and
you want
then,
hot
and then
barbecue?
Ketchup. Yeah, I want that hot barbecue, man. Like the old Dutch and stuff like that
Yep.
had the good stuff. Yeah, and so we had an order, but the thing is, we always had a good cheap brand of chips that always had the good flavor. Like it's
From Jim's Variety.
For some reason, being cheap meant that you just had all the flavor.
That's right.
And then you just dumped it on. Like you taste like Lay's salt and vinegar, and you're like, I could see how this chip maybe grazed the flavor. But like this one, it's like they were drowning the chip in the flavor. Like, tell me where your mother is. Tell me where your mother is. And it comes up and it's just coated in stuff, like to the point where you touch a sour cream and onion chip, and then you've got the flat
Your
out
fingers
fingerprints,
are like, yeah,
like Cheeto dust.
Love that.
That was the.
I miss that sour cream and onion flavor. That sour cream and onion flavor is now only on the rings, the old Dutch rings.
Yeah, 100%.
Put them on the fucking chips.
Speaking of which, because I was talking to somebody about this and nobody remembered it in the group that I was talking about. Do you remember the salt and vinegar fries?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Were they Andy Cap?
Maybe. I don't remember the brand.
But yes, they definitely were. Yes, like hickory sticks, but they were sour cream.
They made fun of me because I used the word, because of the word I used. But I'm like, it's made because they were eating the sour cream and onion rings. I'm like, it's made of the same material as that, and they're like, material. Like material.
Yes. What the fuck? Like I'm going yes.
Potato
and the flavor crystals.
And I'm like, material isn't just a cloth.
Exactly.
Like a material is anything. A material could be metal. A material could be puffed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, bottom line, I was right twice. Okay, but we're gonna wrap that up here. We're gonna be watching a really fun movie for tonight that you'll see a couple weeks down the road.
Canadian.
It is a Canadian.
Isn't it?
It is a Canadian film, technically speaking,
Yep.
even though most things would tell you it's not.
Liars.
They're wrong. But anywho, we. But so we are wrapping up this episode. So thank you so much. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Chris, you're getting those chips. If you're listening to us anywhere, podcasts are listened to and ingested via ears. Make sure you are also liking and rating and reviewing and all those things that help us get seen in said weird algorithms. Make the robots like us, ladies and gentlemen. Until next week with nobody. These are two nobodies saying see you later.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Oh, that's nice.